I'm not sure if the sound is good. It's going to be a little bit noisy. Because it's crazy, all right? The SEC just sued Coinbase. Let me quickly see if I can see this stream on my own. If you're seeing this, just quickly let me know in the chat box. Yeah, let me quickly see if I can even find this. No, I cannot. Am I live? Okay, I'm not sure if I'm live. Guys, if you're seeing something, just let me know in the chat box real quick. That way I know. Okay, I see Sean is in there. We're good. All right, so the SEC just sued Coinbase. I've got everything right in front of me here. It is one of the most insane things I've seen. Yesterday they sued Binance and we all went crazy. Today they literally decided to double the frick down. All right. It's freaking hot in here. It's 42 degrees Celsius. I think it might be less a little bit now. I've been going crazy over on Twitter. Not sure if you guys have been seeing some of that. Just these crazy tweets and stuff. Because as I said, it's I don't know what to tell you. Here's the full complaint. If you guys want it, it's over on my Twitter. But yeah, it's 133 pages, I believe, yet again. And it's interesting to me that yesterday, as we said, it was the SEC filing 13 charges against Binance and their entities. And then today we have the SEC charging Coinbase for operating an unregistered securities exchange, broker, and clearing agency. And like I've said as well over on Twitter, it could very well be true that because the SEC is I'm trembling like a motherfucker. That because they're losing the Ripple case, they're trying to win some stuff elsewhere. You know what? I got myself a freaking, what's this, a coffee with freaking olive oil in there. That's the craziest thing ever. Let me quickly put you guys down for like 1 second, give me like 30 seconds, and grab a little stabilizer, you know? There we go. So I got a little thingy that might help with putting it. And time streaming on my phone like this, it's not gonna be perfect. All right, so let's quickly get that in. We're good to go. That should be fine. And the reason I'm outside is because it's freaking hot. Why not? All right, so everything is on my iPad here. I'm just gonna quickly check some stuff out. So yeah, like I said, yesterday they sued Binance, today they're suing Coinbase. I personally think it might be because they literally are either done in the Ripple case, they just don't have anything to do anymore, or it's because they think they can win this easily. I personally think that that's the highest probability. They just think, you know what, we got Ripple in the bag, or they think they're gonna lose or something like that, so they just want to kind of move on here. It just makes sense from almost every perspective. That's the best way to go about it, right? Isn't it? Like, let's say that the SEC knew they were to lose here, which I think is very likely. If they knew they're going to lose, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to get your freaking bread from some other places, right? You're gonna go to Coinbase, whatever, because it's the only way I think they can justify going after cryptos that's not directly where, you know, it just be bad. I don't know how to I'll explain this the best way. If they were to go after Algorand Foundation or one of these guys, it'd basically be like a double up of going after Ripple, going after Algorand, going after the same mission, and then twice as difficult because you have two separate battles to win on the fair notice, all this type of stuff. But by suing an exchange, you don't have to form 20 different lawsuits. You can sue one exchange for having all these unregistered alleged securities, and if you win that, then almost by definition, every single allegation with all these securities is then also, as of this point, like seen as true by the courts until they like I guess revoke it in due course by either some counter suits or by, I'd say, Ripple winning, for example, and that being able to pull things back. But I'm thinking it's kind of weird, and I've also got that here on my iPad here. Isn't it kind of weird that, I'll show you, here we turn around. In 2021, the SEC approved the Coinbase IPO, but then in 2023, the SEC sues Coinbase, stating that basically everything they do is unregistered. I think it's poopy brain behavior, but the SEC seems to think it's fine. And I've also alleged that potentially it's because Gary Gensler's calendar is still stuck, and that could very well be the case, on April 1st. I am not joking. That literally might be what's going on. It could very well be so, that Gary Gensler just doesn't know what time it is. And I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I'm honestly not surprised by the way the SEC is doing their things. Let me actually quickly go inside. Maybe that's a little bit better in terms of noise. I'm not surprised with the way the SEC has been handling things. This is not the first time they're putting such a big doofus on our heads. It's not the first time they went against the grain and did something that none of us would have wanted. I mean, if the SEC was an entity for the people, I don't think any of this would have happened, but they're not, right? I've said it before and I'll say it again. Every single time they do something to protect investors, I lose money. So either their theory is wrong or I'm not an investor, which, both is feasible. It could very well be the case. Maybe. Yeah, but let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Again, I'm not so sure how to use this. Oh, here we go. I got it. Cryptos and exchanges need to get the hell out of the US fast. That's for sure. I mean, they're staying there because it's quite logical if you think about it. Where would you rather be, right? You'd rather be in the country that you give the most about, that you care most about. And I think it's also some cred points to operate in the US. I think it's a little bit of a flex if you think about it. Because, well, the SEC went after everybody. So if you're able to survive there, you've got a pretty good market share. Yeah, and I mean, you're one of the only ones that can stay. We've seen a lot of exchanges go, and they've gone after Kraken, they've gone after Binance and Coinbase. What exchange is next? Who are they going to sue tomorrow? Because it's almost inevitable, right? Everybody, by the way, let's quickly see. We have 250 people watching. Everybody, press that like button real quick. Let's see if we can actually get to 100 likes instantly, just for fun. Let's see if we can do that. And also, I just bought myself, right there, a GoPro. Why? Why not? Why not? Is the way I keep seeing that. Why in the world not? We're gonna be in some cool places soon. Right now, I know, I'm just from home, but a different home. In Dubai here, we've got the tower right there. But we're going to Thailand very soon, which will be interesting. And a couple other countries. I think we'll be going to Malaysia, I think, as well. Maybe some other cool places. Let's see. I guess maybe not if the SEC keeps messing us up. Perhaps it won't be available at that point. Maybe they're going to notice that we're trying to leave the country and they're going to stop us because the SEC seems to want to do that. Outside is way too noisy. I can't do that. It's too bad. You need to run with the GoPro when the SEC is coming after you. That's also what I've been saying, guys. That literally I've been trying. I'm also, by the way, whilst we speak, I have my iPad in my hand. I'm just trying to update and see whatever new tweets come out. For example, Coinbase is now down 22% pre-market. So everybody's already anticipating that Coinbase stock is not going to be doing so well. Uh-oh, we've got a Jim Cramer tweet. Let's check. Uh-oh, just dropped my glasses. Let's check this out. Jim Cramer just said what? If you have money on Binance, beat your fellow investors and get out as your assets are commingled. First out might get money. We're saved. Like Tom Krause says, we're saved. Guys, this is amazing. Jim Cramer just saved crypto. Whoa! Whenever Jim Cramer says something, you should do the opposite. He's saying, get money out. I need to call my accountant, get more money into Binance. We might be saved, boys. We might be saved. I just fell. Oh, okay, this is more chaotic than I expected. I have just McFallen. Ow, that was, whew. Okay. Maybe I should actually calm down. Damn. Maybe I should calm down a little bit. That's interesting. I have slipped. They were just cleaning my apartment and damn, all right. Yeah, this is another wake-up call. Take it easy, I guess. All right. That's not nice. Why did I do that? Anyway, I wanted to say we are saved, and I'll quickly tweet that out. We have just been saved. I'm not gonna lie, low-key, it's a little bit hurting, but since I'm streaming, I will not show you that I'm in a little bit of... Okay, I'm a little bit open. Anyway, Dusty Bing Chiling. There we go, ice cream. Okay, we've got the tweet out. We've got the phones. I'll not be calling the accountant, I guess. I guess somebody up there did not want me to do that because he let me fall. So let us, go with the grain. Coinbase down 22%. CZ also saying just now, if you have to pick a fight with everyone, maybe you're the one at fault. Yeah, that makes a little bit of sense, right? I mean, the way they're going about this, you can't say that every single exchange out there wants to be an unregistered entity, wants to be scamming the system. I mean, the probability of the SEC doing something wrong is, I'd say, 99.9%. Let's say, hypothetically speaking, that the SEC's rules were so clear. Why would they have allowed for Coinbase's IPO? They wouldn't. Nah, it doesn't make any sense. Thinking right now about why this is so bullish for Ripple, like I said earlier. I mean, theoretically speaking, every single one of these exchanges is going to allege they did not get fair notice. And Coinbase is going to have a very good argument saying they could not have known because the SEC approved their IPO. And so in turn, that's going to be bullish for Ripple by stating, you see, Coinbase, Binance, all these guys were not aware of this policy against all these different cryptos. How could we have known when even these guys that were approved by the SEC did not know? And I guess it's a similar point that Ripple wants to bring up, like we saw with MoneyGram, the fact that MoneyGram had to file for approval at the SEC to be able to sell XRP, etc. The SEC said, hey, that's fine. But then later on went to state, you know what, that's not fine. I think all of this might be cluttering up in a very bullish result for Ripple / XRP. I think so. My endeavor, this is not so nice. Why'd that have to happen? I know, I'm whining like a little baby over nothing, I know, but I'm just saying, why did I decide to run? You see, this is why they have those little yellow, what do they call them? Those things that say, do not run, floor wet. I literally just fell. I've not fallen in like 10 years. Damn, that's crazy. Am I old? Am I stupid? A little bit of both, I presume. That's interesting. I'm happy that was not on video though. That would have been awful. Or maybe good, depending on how you view it. Yeah, I'm just checking everything out, seeing what everybody's saying. Watcher Guru just tweeted out that Coinbase made billions of dollars doing some illegal stuff. SEC sues Coinbase over exchange and staking programs. Stocks drops 20%. Binance CEO calls the SEC lawsuit an attack on the entire crypto industry. And the day afterwards, they sue Coinbase. So CZ said, I called it yesterday, didn't know anything about Coinbase case then. Didn't take long to find out that, as I said, and I made a joke about this, it could very well be so that they're going to be going after every single US exchange over the next couple of days. It's not even that surprising. I see John Deaton through Crypto Law saying, repeatedly refuse to say what compliance means. Approve an IPO knowing their business model, sue them for non-compliance. This is insanity of regulation by enforcement and its destructive outcomes for the people Gary Gensler is supposed to be protecting. Because again, Gary Gensler said, Coinbase alleged failures deprive investors of critical protections, including rulebooks that prevent fraud and manipulation, proper disclosure, safeguards against conflicts of interest, and routine inspection by the SEC. And yeah, the situation there is, you're not gonna first say, you know what, you're fine. Go for an IPO, go at it, I'm happy with that. And then afterwards, crawl back and say, you know what, everything you're doing is illegal. You can't do that, it doesn't really make sense. I mean, I don't think Gary Gensler is out there to make friends, it doesn't seem to be the case. But the way they're going about it, they're looking to make enemies. Ryan Selkis from Asari says, I do not respect the SEC under Chair Gensler. We'll be fighting like, hey, let me actually show you guys. Let me see, how can I do that? There we go. I do not respect the SEC under Chair Gensler. We'll be fighting like hell the next 18 months to elect common sense politicians that will restore regular order to the regulatory state. The US needs forward-thinking leaders, not incompetent and crooked cops on the beat. Like we said before, the SEC is literally doing worse than China, it seems. Because at least China was pretty obvious with their blanket ban, and now they've got Hong Kong, which like yesterday or a couple days ago, all of a sudden switched up on crypto, being fine with it. Let me show you guys yet again. You can see here, Hong Kong government approves trading of the following tokens. You can see a whole list. And then a couple days later, the SEC sues Binance, and a couple days later, Coinbase for having unregistered securities on there, etc. I also was just buying new shoes, perhaps. Maybe they noticed, the SEC noticed I bought new shoes and they saw that I was gonna start running. They're like, you know what? No, you better sit your ass home and talk about crypto all day. That very well could be the case. Wouldn't be surprised if that were to be it. And it's also interesting that the market is reacting so positively even though I'd expected it to act pretty negatively. If you think about it, right? Shouldn't every single time an exchange gets sued, the entire market just crash? I mean, from my perspective, it just makes a whole lot of sense, but the fact that it doesn't is crazy interesting to me. I mean, I personally am not selling any of my crypto or anything like that, you know? It doesn't make sense for me to do so. But I would have expected retail investors to get crazy scared and just drop everything. And just go sell every single dollar with the crypto that they got. If I think about people that I've met, whenever I go into a taxi and they ask, what do you do? You're like, oh, well, If sometimes crypto comes up, they always say, oh, do you think it's gonna last? If they were to ever see that the SEC sued an exchange, I don't think these guys could hold on and hold literally. So the fact that crypto's holding up so nicely is surprising to me. I wouldn't have expected that. Let me quickly check up TradingView though to see how things are coming along. So Bitcoin, as of this point, 25,590. So it actually had a pretty significant dip. I'm not sure if you guys also were in on that, if you guys saw it. All of a sudden, like an hour ago, something like that, we saw a crazy massive dip. And it's alleged that that was a whale that knew that this was gonna happen a little bit before the rest did. Okay, I need to log in all the way. Can't do that perhaps on the iPad. Let's see if I can. No, I cannot. Okay, never mind. I wanted to show you guys Bitcoin, but I cannot on the iPad. Point being, there was just somebody basically that made some crazy manipulative move, it seemed, and it was weird because the price went down a very significant amount, like a couple $100, like $900 or so, $600 in like the span of a couple of minutes, but it recovered like almost instantly. And even Justin Sun tweeted out, what's going on right there, because it was rather strange. Strange situation. Yeah, let's quickly update ourselves with Twitter. If any of you guys see something crazy that's going on, let me know in the chat. I have the live chat open. It's just a little bit slow, I think. Sterling says crypto's holding up so nicely because people are waking up to the tyranny. Can't say it better than that. The market has reached its lowest volume in the last 2 weeks. Most of the market is holders. We did indeed see that with almost every single analytic that showcased that the amount of money that people are moving is just nowhere to be seen. I mean, we've seen some hacks, which would lead me to believe that that would increase the amount of money that people are transferring, but it doesn't seem so. Yet it's an interesting dynamic that crypto interest, I'll actually show this to you guys as well. I got everything in front of me. If I can grab it here, it should be close by. Let me quickly see the tweets. Give me just 10 seconds to find it. I wanted to say interesting crypto. Maybe I have it in my bookmarks. I'll just let you know then. Interesting crypto is at one of the lowest points ever. So that means like on Google and all these different data platforms. So the amount of people that Google crypto is lowest. Yet the amount of crypto on exchanges also. So what that shows me is that people are not bearish or anything. It's just that it's right now mostly holders that remain, just the crypto people that are not really trading it so actively, but they're holding it. A counter argument is that people can keep their Ethereum or whatever on DEXs now. So, since people are getting more acquainted with self-custody and with the FTX situation, they're just taking the money off of exchanges more. But on the contrary, I'd like to make a point, and that is, I think that right now, for the most part, it might be manipulation and fear of things like this that are keeping the market from just spiraling out of control towards the upside. Because if you think about it, the idea that a guy on Twitter just said, hey, send me money and you'll receive nothing. Scars, right? Scars from what we just tried. This is all because of Gary Gensler. Remember that, guys. Gary Gensler did this to me. I mean, if he didn't sue Coinbase, I wouldn't have fallen. So, I'm gonna sue him for that. I want some damages on his ass. Anyway, sorry, why am I so chaotic? What was I talking about? I'm literally stupid in the brain. What was I saying? I can't even remember what I was talking about, guys. I don't know. This is such crazy times. I've not slept a lot. You don't understand the amount of pressure that you get when the SEC goes after an exchange. All of a sudden, you don't want to be in a situation where I don't inform the people right away, because what if Gary Gensler, goes after another exchange tomorrow and all of a sudden the crypto markets crash? I remember what I was talking about. All right. The idea that people sent $1.5 million to a guy on Twitter that said, hey, send me money, you get nothing in return. And the fact that meme coins were going crazy, Ben.eth on Twitter was getting crazy amounts of money. It's wild to realize that that's all going on whilst the search numbers for crypto are the lowest points like in a couple years, like 7 years or so. Isn't that interesting? That meme coin hype, etc., usually only happens in like capitulation-ish phase where it basically turns around. But right now it's happening while interest is at one of the lowest points, which to a certain extent shows maturity and people's faith in crypto to stick around, even though it's pretty dumb and really stupid what they're doing. It shows some stuff. And I guess the fact that the market did not crazy drop, even though Gary Gensler sued Binance and Coinbase within a 24-hour time span, also says something, if I may say so myself. So what is our conclusion? People said, talk about XRP. This is bullish for XRP regardless of how you see it. Nobody can tell me that this is a bad thing. The only thing I'm thinking about is for any other crypto out there, what does this mean for coins like Algorand that Gary Gensler kind of promoted in the past? What does this mean for those? Because the foundations themselves did not get sued, so it's kind of strange for them to defend themselves when it's Coinbase and Binance that are in trouble. So I kind of find that a little bit awkward for those exchanges. On another point though, it also means that all they have to do is just wait and see how Coinbase defends themselves and how Binance defends themselves. Because if Binance does a proper enough job to say, hey, that's not our point, that's not our thing, we do everything by the book, we meet with Coinbase every single week, we listen to you, like we've seen with Coinbase in the past, it's going to be easier for a judge to see that the way the SEC approach things is just a let's sue and see what happens instead of a let's build with the people. Because you can't tell me that they've really gone for the, hey, we have open doors, come talk to us approach. Because every single time that somebody's trying to knock on the door, it's just closed. It's kind of funny if you think about it. The SEC always says, if you look on their Twitter, they always say, just come in and talk to us. But always leave the door locked, like with 6 locks, making sure nobody can get in. You can't even peep through the freaking, hey, somebody home. No, it's locked all the way through. They don't want anybody, creeping in or anything like that. And by the way, whilst I'm speaking, I always update my Twitter. Just keep refreshing every couple of seconds or so to see if anything crazy has just happened. Jim Cramer is more positive on Coinbase. He says, Coinbase seems more in the clear, but I wouldn't take any chances. Armstrong not charged though. And CoinDesk also says, Coinbase has 28 days to show it didn't violate state security laws, the Alabama Securities Commission said on the same day the SEC filed the lawsuit. So basically they just said it right now. Coin Bureau says, damn, the SEC now filed a case against Coinbase as well. They allege the following coins are securities. Let me just show you the list. We've got Solana, Cardano, Matic, Filecoin, Sand, Axie, Chiz, Flow, ICP, Near, Verge, Dash, and Nexo. Damn, that's a lot of cryptos, guys. It's a lot of cryptos to go after. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. Oh, damn. And it's funny that a lot of people said there's a lot of FUD in the market yesterday, huh? And look at where we are today. However, do remember one thing. Actually, 2. These 2 posts are pretty accurate. One thing is, every single time, people at the top say, you know what, I'll go buy when it dips. And then when it actually goes down lower, people say, you know what, it will go down even lower. But remember, right now, the news like this is not really affecting the markets too much anymore. The SEC's action against Coinbase moved the price of Bitcoin by like, $20 or so. I did say, and I still hold by that pretty strongly, I opened up a short position on Bitcoin. The reason I did that is just to kind of save myself. If I open up a small short, it's basically a hedge against whatever shit could come up next. Because I have the majority of my portfolio in crypto, I like to always keep shorts open in uncertain times like this for in case things do hit the fan, in case something bad does happen, At least you get some of the money in the meantime while your entire portfolio is down. Let's say you're staking a lot of crypto, then you always have this income, right? But it's in crypto and that's down a lot. So a short could potentially help then to nullify this downside. And if the short is small enough or reasonable, if you calculate it correctly, then it should actually be risk averse rather than opening you up to even more risk. Funny, Binance is going for an Ask Cristiano Ronaldo live or I guess video tomorrow or live stream tomorrow, which is pretty peculiar. Andrew Kong shorted Bitcoin on MUX protocol with up to 100x leverage after the SEC sued Coinbase. News came out. So that was interesting. I'm not sure if he lost or made money. Whoa, that's interesting. He went short, not with the dollar or anything like that. No, he did this with about $11 million. So that's the value of the trade. His actual money that he put in is about 150,000 or so. Well, he supposedly made a little bit of money. However, his entry price was 25,500. Right now, the price is up significantly from that point. So if he still has it open, well, he's definitely lost money because right now we are back at like this level. So if he kept it open, he lost money. If he only opened it for like a couple of seconds, he got himself a good chunk of profit in just a teeny tiny bit of time. World of difference in the claims between Binance and Coinbase from the SEC. SEC is claiming they allowed an unregistered broker-dealer to be reviewed, IPO, and public trade for years without action or guidance. Time to get Gary Gensler in front of Congress again because, well, apparently they made such a big mistake. Also, thanks to Gary for the cheap coin, because Coinbase is down and Ethereum, even though that's not necessarily the case. I look forward to both profit and your defeat. Come in, register, ask us questions so we can just ignore you and sue you. By the SEC. Yeah, it's pretty crazy if you think about it. Gary Gensler also says we don't need more digital currency. All right, that is pretty wild. That is pretty wild. Gary Gensler was promoting crypto only a few short years ago. I think this is the video where he talks about Algorand, or what would this be? Let's quickly see. Let's put this up high.
Governance is tough. You could create Uber or Lyft on top of a blockchain technology today. Well, maybe in 5 years you could. It would have the performance. Sylvia McCally's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has performance. You could create Uber on top of it. The question is then who would...
Yeah, so that's the video where he's talking bullish on Algorand. People got the expectation that Algorand then is fine to buy, but right now the SEC is also going after Algorand, so that is not the case. By the way, I think Gary Gensler is going on CNBC, like right now or a little bit ago. Oh, it says here, Gary Gensler to CNBC this morning, we don't need more digital currency. We already have digital currency. It's called the US dollar. It's called the euro. It's called the yen. They're all digital right now. So do with that information as you please. But I guess Gary Gensler is just not a fan of digital technology like this. And I guess from his perspective, I understand he's not the biggest fan of things that take away power from him, huh? Yeah, just keep scrolling through Twitter, seeing if there's anything crazy coming out, but no. I think the craziest has come up already. And just while everybody was realizing what happened to Binance, they went after Coinbase. It's funny, huh? Or maybe Gary Gensler just wants his institutional buddies to be able to buy some cheaper Bitcoin. And so he told everybody, hey, watch out what I'm gonna do in a couple of days. And then he messed everything up. And then now everybody's bought. Remember what I said about these major institutions, guys, and I still hold by that quite dearly. I personally believe, and I think almost anybody agrees with me on this, bigger institutions, bigger banks, they understand the appeal in crypto and they're not against it. But they build first before they tell you they're bullish on it, which basically means they're not going to let you know they're excited about this technology until they build all the roads, they build all the technology, they build every single way for themselves to make money, and then they're going to tell you it's nice. A bank is not going to tell you, hey, this is our competitor. We love it. We're not going to make money on it if you buy, but we love it. No, dumb. You're not going to shoot yourself in the freaking brain or your foot. You're not going to do that. What they do is they tell you it's shit, it's garbage, it's disgusting. But in the background, they're building to make sure that the moment they do promote it, it makes them a crazy amount of money. That's just common sense. So we've seen the same thing with BlackRock, first being very skeptical. In the background, though, doing everything they can to make sure that their clients and retail could buy crypto through them. So again, even if they hate the technology, they know there's money to be made, so they make sure they are able to facilitate something in the midst, right? They're willing to facilitate transfers of sorts to make money on this because they know the technology is here to stay. And again, remember guys, the SEC might be out to destroy crypto, but they also might just be out on a streak for power. They might not care about crypto at all. They might literally just want to be in the graces of some of the bigger names out there. Maybe it's not Gary Gensler's own choice to go after crypto. Maybe he's being pressured by some of these major institutions that just want to buy cheaper crypto. It could very well be so. Some others have speculated, and I don't agree with this, but I will say, some others have speculated that it's literally because they know this technology is so powerful and will take over that they have to stall. Otherwise, these prices just get way too high. The amount of power in crypto gets way too high, and they have to wait for the roads to be built. And the SEC doesn't get out proper rules because people could bend them. So they'd rather not get anything in set stone, but be vague and sue, because that way people are wary to create too much for now, if you guys understand that idea of thinking. It makes a little bit of sense. I don't fully agree with it. I think Gary Gensler and the guys are just power hungry. They just have gotten a career in suing and being right, and they're older. Maybe they don't like crypto as much because it's against what they believe for a long time. But I do believe, if I look at some of the people that I know, some people could just have very strong opinions. If I look at some uncles, for example, no, this crypto stuff is a scam, and you can't convince them otherwise. They're like, nah. Even if you try to reason with them, they're like, nope, scam. Maybe Gary Gensler is one of those old heads too that just is not understanding of it. Which again, I think is unlikely because he taught a course on blockchain. He likes the technology. He talked before about how Uber could be built on Algorand. So again, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's been interesting. Gary has been the biggest influence on the market as of late. Isn't it interesting how Gary Gensler, the guy that's supposed to protect us from market manipulation, etc., is literally the biggest market manipulator out of there? Isn't it interesting that that's the case? Every single time that Gary Gensler said something about crypto, prices just go crazy down. It's wild to me. Shouldn't he also be charged like Kim Kardashian for what he said about Algorand or something like that? Doesn't he also face some sort of consequences for everything he's done so far? I like to believe so. Pumping, haha, XRP is down big time. Well, I think it's a little bit of a longer term game in this sense here. A lot of people like to say that when you're talking about XRP being in a positive place, the price going down is then surprising. No, it's not. Big Up says the best thing is everyone who did not support XRP is now getting sued. Karma. Well, Coinbase did kind of support XRP, not fully, but they went for an amicus status eventually. So you can't fully say they did not want to support XRP. They're just a little bit late to the party. What I would like to state is that at first, so many players in the industry were saying, oh, Ripple, you deserve it, yada, yada, yada. But right now they're noticing, you know what? The SEC is just going after crypto as a concept, not only Ripple or not only XRP. And so from that perspective, yes, it is a little bit of karma. A lot of these exchanges should have never actually taken XRP off. They should have just fought the fight at that point because they knew it was inevitable. It was going to come eventually. So why do it now? Naquan says, the USA intentionally pushing negative crypto terms cause third world countries are adopting crypto, but that doesn't make sense. Why would they then want to leave all this adoption for the third world countries and not get themselves in power there? It doesn't make sense to me. If these third world countries are adopting it at such a fast rate, wouldn't you at the SEC want to just really, really be for it so that, those places don't take all the share in the market? Maybe I'm saying something crazy. Let's get back to the whole XRP thing that somebody just said. Somebody just said XRP is down, claiming or kind of making it look as if our theory then doesn't make sense. Everything from what I've said thus far, from everything that we just said, it makes sense that XRP goes down. I mean, it makes more sense for XRP to be in a more bullish position now than it was 2 days ago. But hey, market is pumping. Let's see. Grab a MacBook. Let's see if the market indeed is pumping. Whoa, $26,000 Bitcoin, huh? Whoa, there. Woo! Let's freaking go. Let's see. Let's see how the market is performing right now. You guys are saying we're pumping up. Do you have to sing the song again? How high is XRP? Is it pumping? Or is it only Bitcoin, huh? Let's quickly check this out. By the way, if ever in doubt, just remember this for yourself. We follow and we abide by these cycles. You know, every 4 years, going into the halving, the crypto prices go up every single time. And just after the halving, crypto prices go up, reach an all-time high before getting a new dip. Right now, I still expect the same. The last couple of months, which are the beginning of 2024, end of this year even, it's just going to be seen upwards. Right now, it can go either side for the next couple of months, but you know, the end of the year, beginning of next year, it's going to go up. The beginning of 2024, and I think even the end of 2024, somewhere around there, we're going to be seeing an all-time high, potentially the beginning of 2025, before coming back down. I still believe in this cycle, and I still think it will continue on like that. And I still believe coins like XRP will follow that generally. The only thing I think is different is that XRP could see an all-time high earlier because they missed the all-time high in 2021, so 2 years ago. When a lot of other cryptos were getting these all-time highs, going crazy. Ethereum going to $5,000, Bitcoin almost 70,000. XRP was down because of this lawsuit with the SEC. You guys saying XRP is pumping up, huh? Let's see. We're up ever so slight. Oh no, we're actually doing pretty well. Oh wow. Oh wow, we're doing pretty good. This is the 1 minute chart for XRP. We've just gone up. Let's see here. Can I press shift? I cannot. Let's do it like this then. We have gone up roughly 4% in the last hour. Bitcoin bouncing, huh? XRP bouncing. That's pretty good. Let me just quickly tweet that out as well, so all the people that are only watching over on Twitter actually do get some insights as well. That's always funny. When I do a live stream, I kind of forget that people on Twitter, some of them don't actually watch YouTube. So I'm leaving everybody out, which is not fair. You know. Then again, I love you guys a little bit more. Not gonna lie. Everybody that watches on YouTube, I love you just so slightly more than the people that only watch over on Twitter. 4% in an hour. There we go. Yeah, crypto's bouncing nicely. That's pretty good. Huh. Whoa! Why? Oh, it's Elon Musk that did it. Oh, so I'm just like, what? So Pierre Rijard said Coinbase should pivot back to being focused on Bitcoin. Ripple, Stellar, and altcoins are all a distraction. Bitcoin is way too far ahead. We should be focused on Bitcoin and sidechains. Jack said 100, and Elon Musk came in to say Doge for the win. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Did he say anything else? I just see exclamation mark. Or a period. No, he said exclamation mark just now. Let's see what he replied to. Okay, it's not something like that. Something else. Damn. Okay, but yeah, Elon Musk just showed some support for crypto yet again. So market is pumping because of that. Woo! Just checking everything out. Woo! That was Elon Musk, huh? Let's see how Dogecoin is doing. Just quickly checking Doge. Doge USDT not found. Let's check it out here. Whoa! Whoa! It's doing pretty well. Up 5% in like half an hour. I mean, it's not bull market times, right? But it's still pretty good. Up like, let's see here, 4.8%. Did a couple of minutes here. Just general recovery. And just after Elon Musk tweeted, which I believe to be 55, let's see. 52 even, okay. 52. From that point at which he tweeted, wait a minute. That's peculiar. No, okay, he tweeted it this minute. That's the minute that Dogecoin just went wild. Okay, I was like, huh? I thought it was there. But this is the minute that Dogecoin went wild. All right. All right. Just quickly tweeting this out as well. You'd be like that too with so many kids? Just tweeting it out. 5% after Elon tweeted. There we go. Could this be another rally for meme coins now that Elon has shown some support to Doge? I wonder if this is going to reflect positively on things like Pepe and stuff, or if those are still going to be continuing to go down from here. That's interesting. By the way, guys, we have 350 people-ish watching. Somebody, if you haven't pressed that like button yet, just quickly press it. Let's see if we can instantly get to like 250. Because generally speaking, right now, it should probably be so that like 2,000 people have tuned in, but we are holding 350 viewers or so. So in theory, I still think we could actually hit like 300, but let's try hit 250 or so. It doesn't give you anything. Zero, absolute zero. It just helps my channel. That's it. Why is crypto pumping? Elon Musk just showed some support for Dogecoin. And I think it's also pumping because people notice the SEC doesn't have influence over us. And we're a big community in the sense of if the institutions are not fearful, well, then retail usually doesn't FOMO out or they don't FUD out, whatever. It's only when the prices start to go crazy down that the retail gets scary. But as long as the institutions are not scary, the price does not fall like crazy. That's why we often say that retail loses money whenever the SEC or wherever goes for a complaint like this, because the institutions decide the narrative. Either they pull out and crypto falls like crazy, or they just stick around and wait. And right now they decided to wait, not do anything, which is the reason that crypto is not falling right now. Bulls buying low. Yeah, it's also very plausible that right now as we speak, they literally were just waiting for this announcement to come in to make a crazy frick ton of money to buy cheap. It's very much feasible, very, very much possible. Would not be too surprising, right? Let's see what you guys are saying. There we go. Pepe up 6%. All right. Didn't you literally tell us a couple hours ago about Coinbase being sued? Jeez, I'm starting to hate all crypto channels. Wait, what? Didn't you literally tell us a couple hours ago about Coinbase being sued? You mean Binance? What do you mean? I think it was there. So I should also tell you guys something about YouTube. Do you know that on YouTube you only get 3 notifications per channel a day? So yesterday, I'll close this door real quick for noise. Yesterday, I posted 3 videos. And that basically meant I had to wait ever so slightly just now to be able to go live or do a video. Otherwise, nobody would see it. So I had to wait like 40 minutes after the Coinbase news came out to start the stream. We started this 45 minutes ago. But I don't know. I'm always trying to be as fast as possible. Yesterday there was Binance news. Today there's Coinbase. Maybe you're gonna